So this makes it quite easier, and you can feel it. It's easier when you're pulling somebody. You will try it actually on the rock. This system is easier. What makes the systems even more easier is to reduce the friction. Now the highest friction comes from the reverser himself, and then the two carabiners. If you are using the type of revolver of the carabiner like revolver, then it reduces the friction. So in a real situation, you will have this setup only if you are on a good ledge, and you can use your legs to pull the person up. If you are having not so comfortable anchor and you're hanging on the anchor, then you won't be pulling up anything. It's quite hard. You have to do it opposite. You have to do it from the anchor. So we'll have to redirect the rope again up, and this is why this is very useful, because now you have again a high friction on the upper point. But when you are hanging on the anchor, this is the only direction to pull down, because it's too hard to pull up, quite hard. And then you are pulling down the whole system. Sometimes because the reverso has a long, big friction, you have to assist it a little bit. And then little by little, you're pulling it up. Then you have to put the prusik lower. That's why this is short, because if the prusik is far down, then you have a really small amount of rope drag. Now, when you make a prusik short, you can go down as far as this link, and then do it again. And by the nightfall, you'll probably get a person. Yeah. Okay. So this is the techniques that, or what we can do in a let's say rescue situation. Either to prusik, either to go up and do what we can. And this is what we're going to practice. And another thing, what to do after you provide the first aid and bring your partner to the anchor or build the anchor around your partner, is to do the upsell. I'll just show you what are critical points of the tandem upsell before we go airborne. Yeah, it's nice to have a longer prusik, but it tangles in everything. Okay. Да, може да стоите. Okay, so you are on the anchor with the injured person, and you want to start upselling. In the first scenario, and this is the most common scenario that most of the people are actually in which case the people are doing rescue upsell, is when the person is conscious and it can assist you during the upsell. So first of all, you have to release the rope and put yourself to the anchor with some sort of this is going to be short. With some sort of a lifeline made out of the sling and the carabiners. When you're in the anchor, beside let's say those small rescue carabiners you know, like those ones that usually people usually bring with them to leave on the anchors when they upsell. Beside that, it's good to put inside another locking binner or a binner, depends how you like it. So you can be clipped to that. Otherwise, when you clip everything inside here, then it's get tangled, then you cannot move stuff. So it's always better to have another separate point, and you can take it out when you start upselling. And the same thing you do to your partner. So it's up to you. You can use regular binner, better locking binner, or two separate binners. Depends how much locking binners you have on yourself. Bring the rope up to the anchor as high as possible, and then you put the plastic knot on your harness. So basically you are building. Actually, I'm going to do with this. You can do different types of process, depends how you like to do it. Ne, možeš sam sjeti. So when you're starting to go up from the down from the anchor, we are going to both be clipped to the reverso. One thing that is making things simpler is if the person is conscious and can assist you, you don't have to build any kind of releasable system, because it's easier the person just to come, grab the anchor, and you can unclip it and clip it back. So when person can assist you, it's easier just to use the slings. Nothing else. It's quite simple. But when a person is unconscious, you have to build some kind of a releasable system. So then you bring just another sling with a locking binner. Imaš li imati još? And you clip yourself to this center carabiner of the reverso.
Me.
No. Okay. Put everything on the tension. No. Okay. On the tension, and then you can unclip yourself. First, you can unclip yourself from the anchor. Clean everything that you don't need. This is the old rope. Okay. And this is the situation when you both go down. You are controlling the plastic, you are controlling the lowering down, and the person, you can even bring the person to be nearer by clipping yourself together, harness by harness. So as you move, the person moves. It's not separating. But the point is that the person can assist you. When you reach another anchor, person will clip herself or to the anchor. You will clip yourself to the anchor and then release everything so you're hanging on the anchor. Take the rope out, pull it through the another anchor, and then again put the reverse on, clip with the second links clipping into the reversal and go unclip and go down. If you have person that cannot assist you, let's say both hands broken, so person cannot pull up to the anchor to unclip as you usually do, then you have to, on this carabiner, you have to put this releasable knot, either by braiding, remember what I showed you, either to put this locking system with the mule knot. So what we are doing while we are escaping the system of the anchor, if you remember. So you have to build one of those systems, and then when you have to unclip the person from the anchor, you just release it slowly until it's untensioned. It's easy for me to bring the Sanya and unclip her from the anchor, but Sanya to unclip me from the anchor where we are hanging, it's quite difficult. Yeah, so that's why those releasable systems are very useful. You will see when you try to do it in the air that it's not so easy as it looks like if you don't have a releasable system. Okay? Okay, so this is pretty much it. One thing more, if you have tiny ropes, which is now quite common, and and you are going on a very steep rock, and it's hard for you to control the ropes, you can always bring more carabiners inside to make a bigger friction. For instance, on the anchor, if I want bigger friction,
But they have to be same, right?
No,
Or not?
no. I'll put another carabiner. You can clip it, you don't have to clip it, it doesn't matter. It is just to make the different angle